I sat down with Melinda Gates a few weeks ago,
Good.
and we talked about the Giving Pledge. How's it going?
It's going incredibly well. I mean, we have announced those first 40 that have signed up on it, and I am sure that there's not going to be less money given away because of that, and there's going to be more money. I mean, Lee Cooperman was on television talking about his pledge, and Lee says 50% is way too low. I mean, he wants to give a much higher percentage, and people are influenced by what other people do. I mean, you can't get away from that. I go to the movies that somebody else says, movie or whatever it may be. So I think the public declaration and the public actions of a fairly large group of people will affect people who make money 10 years from now, 20 years from now. That's why those pledges are up there not for today or tomorrow particularly. They're up there really to, we hope, influence the people who have far more wealth than we do, some years from now. I'm influenced in some way I can't describe, maybe by what Carnegie did or Rockefeller did. I know I'm influenced by a book that Abraham Flexner wrote, and it's just, one way or another you get ideas in your head. You decide what you want to be or do in life, and people with a lot of wealth sometimes don't think that through very well, or they're influenced a great deal perhaps by relatives, lawyers, or whatever it is. We want them to be influenced by what's in their heart.
It was interesting, Melinda said to me, I want it to become the expectation that if you're wealthy, you give back to society. Are we on our way to that, Warren?
Oh, yeah, we're on our way, and we've been our way in this country. This country is a generous country. I mean, the really generous people are somebody that drops $10 or $5 in that collection plate this weekend and doesn't go to a movie or doesn't buy a small toy for their child.
They give up things.
They give up things. I've never given up anything. Never. Once. I mean, I've eaten exactly the same meals and gone to the same movies and taken the same vacations. So it's all surplus with me. It isn't surplus for millions and millions and millions of people who give. I admire them enormously. My sister gives her time all the time, every day. So we are a giving country, and $300 billion, a year. But I do think it's important that people with a lot of wealth do set an example. I think it's the right thing to do, but I also think it will influence others in decades to come.